Choosing a university. It's got to be one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, right? It's not just about the classes, it's the launch pad for your entire career. And a huge part of that is, let's be honest, your first salary. So today, we're going to take a hard, data-driven look at how much your choice of university can really move the needle on that first paycheck.
So let's get right to it. It's the big question, the one every student and parent obsesses over. After all the hard work, the exams, the stress, does the name on that degree certificate actually translate into more money in your bank account? Well, let's stop guessing and dive into the numbers to find out. Okay, so to really understand the impact a top university can have, we need something to compare it to. We need a starting point, a benchmark. So first up, we're going to establish what a typical graduate in a specific field can expect to earn right after they toss that graduation cap in the air. This is our baseline. And to keep things super clear and concrete, we're going to zero in on one specific degree, a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. Why this one? Well, it's a field that's absolutely vital, and it has a ton of different job opportunities, which makes it a perfect example for our little experiment. All right, so here's the data from College Daco. For a fresh B.Sc Agriculture graduate, you're looking at a starting salary somewhere in the ballpark of 2.5 to 4.5 lakhs per year. That's our starting line, the typical range. Got it? Okay, burn those numbers into your brain because we're going to come back to them in a big way. So, we have our baseline. Now for the fun part. Let's see what happens when we throw a massive new variable into the mix, a truly top-tier institution. And for our case study, we're looking at a real heavyweight, Banaras Hindu University, better known as BHU.
I mean, just look at this place. BHU isn't just a university, it's a landmark of Indian education. Now, we're going to be digging into the numbers from its Institute of Management Studies specifically, but you got to understand that reputation for excellence, it's baked into the DNA of the entire campus.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't just campus pride or hype. The government of India itself has officially recognized BHU as an Institute of Eminence. Think of it like a gold seal of approval for the best of the best. And that, well, that changes things.
And the stats behind that title are just wow. We're talking a top 5 university in the entire country, the largest residential university in all of Asia, and you've got students from nearly 50 different countries all in one place. What does all that mean? It means it's a giant magnet for the best companies in the world.
Okay, prestige is one thing, but the real question is, does it actually put more money in your pocket? Let's find out. We're diving straight into BHU's 2023 placement report, and we're focusing on the MBA in agribusiness. Now, quick heads up, this is a master's degree, while our baseline was a bachelor's. But because it's the same field, this lets us see the combined firepower of more education plus a top-tier brand name.
And here it is, the moment of truth. The highest salary for an MBA agribusiness graduate from BHU was a massive 15 lakhs per annum. Let that sink in for a second. That's more than 3 times the high end of our baseline salary. That's not just a difference, that is a completely different world.
But, okay, I know what you're thinking. That's just the top salary, one lucky person. But what about the average student? Well, that's what's even more telling. The average salary was 7.19 lakhs per annum. So the typical graduate from this program at BHU is making nearly double what a standard B.Sc graduate makes on their best day.
And this isn't some one-off fluke either. This kind of success story is happening across the board at the Institute of Management Studies at BHU. You know that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats? Well, the university's powerful reputation is the tide, and it lifts all of its graduates.
I mean, just look at this table. Check out the other MBA programs. The highest salary jumps to a staggering 38 lakhs per annum. The average is over 11 lakhs. And look at that last column. 54 companies were lining up to recruit these students. That right there is what an institutional advantage looks like in black and white. So these numbers are incredible, for sure. But what does it all mean for you? How can you get a piece of that action? Well, the great thing is the sources we reviewed lay out a pretty clear, actionable roadmap to boost your own starting salary no matter where you are in your journey.
It really boils down to a simple 3-step strategy. 1. Aim high. Target universities with proven track records for placements. 2. Get your hands dirty with quality internships. Real-world experience is priceless. And 3, and this one is absolutely crucial, build the skills that companies are desperate for. We're talking about mastering tools like GIS for geographical analysis or getting really good at data analysis. These aren't just buzzwords to put on a resume. They're the tools that solve real, expensive problems for businesses. And trust me, companies will pay a premium for that.
All right, let's zoom out and put it all together. When you put our baseline graduate right next to the BHU case study, well, the picture becomes crystal clear, doesn't it? The choices you make about your education aren't small details. They can literally shape the entire trajectory of your career. This comparison pretty much says it all. On one path, a starting salary that tops out at 4.5 lakhs. On the other path, the average salary is nearly 7.2 lakhs, and it goes all the way up to 15. The BHU grad's average day is better than the other grad's best day. It's just a powerful, undeniable illustration of what happens when you combine quality education with a top-tier institution. You know, at the end of the day, it's clear your education is so much more than just a piece of paper. It's the environment you're in, the network you build, the reputation you carry out the door with you. Choosing the right institution isn't just a choice, it's building a powerful launchpad for your entire career. So, the data doesn't lie. Where you study matters. A lot. Think of your degree as the foundation of a building. It's solid, it's essential. But the institution, the internships, the skills you pick up along the way, those are the tools and materials you use to build your career. So the only real question left is, how high are you planning to build?